want. It's our freedom. We want to be free. Everybody's trying to be free. Believe me sincerely. When you even look at the war that they are fighting in different parts of the world, it has to do with freedom. If you invade somebody's privacy, you invade somebody's land, and you think you're going to get away with it, no, you can't. So it's territorial. It's territorial. It's something that is most natural. So let me read this. Because kind of a little bit too long, but I'll read it. He said here, today, I initiated a phone call with the president of Russia Federation. The result was silence. Through the silence should be in Donbass. That's why I want to address today the people of Russia. I am reading it exactly the way it is. Even if the English is not right, I'll read it the way it is. I think it's a translation. That's why I want to address today the people of Russia. I'm addressing you not as a president. I'm addressing you as a citizen of Ukraine. More than 2,000 kilometers of the common border is dividing us. Along this border, your troops are stationed almost 200,000 soldiers, thousands of military vehicles. Your leaders approved them to make a step forward to the territory of another country. And this step can be the beginning of a big war on the European continent. Probably this was written before they started the invasion. I think so. We know for sure that we don't need the war. Not a cold war, not a hot war, not a hybrid one. But if we will be attacked by the enemy troops, if they try to take our country away from us, our freedom, our lives, and the lives of our children, we will defend ourselves. Not attack, but defend ourselves. And when you will be attacking us, you will see our faces, not our backs, but our faces. I like that. I like that area. This is talking about we too, the Biafrans. They claiming to want to invade us. Come in. You're not going to see our back. You're going to see our faces. Oh, yes. That's such a great talk. It's something that you have to think about. When you want to attack us, you're not going to see our back. In other words, we're not going to be running away. We're going to turn our faces and face you round and round. So let me keep reading. The war is a big disaster, and this disaster has a high price. With every meaning of this word, people lose money, reputation, quality of life. They lose freedom. But the main thing is that people lose their loved ones. They lose themselves. They told you that Ukraine is posing a threat to Russia. It was not the case in the past, not in the present. It's not going to be in the future. You are demanding security guarantees from NATO, but we also demand security guarantees, security from Ukraine, from you, from Russia, and from other guarantees of Budapest Memorandum. But our main goal is peace in Ukraine and the safety of our people. Ukrainians, for that, we are ready to have talks with anybody, including you, in any format or any platform. The war will drive security guarantees from everybody. Nobody will have guarantees of security anymore. Who will suffer the most from it? The people who doesn't want it the most. The people who can stop it. The people that are there, those people among you. I am here. Like I said before I started reading this, I'm going to read it the way it is written, because this looks like a translation. The English is not it's not conjoining, but anyway, it's the foreign language for them. Let me keep reading it before I get to the end of it. I know that they, the Russian state, won't show my address on Russian television. The Russian people have to see it. They need to know the truth. And the truth is that it is time to stop now before it's too late. And if Russian leaders don't want to sit with us behind the table for the sake of peace. Maybe they will sit behind the table with you. Do Russians want the war? I would like to know the answer. But the answer depends only on you, citizens of Russia Federation. All right, unfortunately, that's what's going on there. Like I said before, it's not that we are insensitive about what's going on. The indigenous people of Biafra, we have our own problem, which the world has kept quiet since. And we're not going to give up. We're looking for our freedom. Freedom is very paramount. Freedom is getting away from slavery. Freedom is the freedom that we're talking about, and freedom is what we're going to get. Regardless of what they do, regardless of what they say, forget that this Shetima, Harima, or whatever they call it. You know, there's a gun we call Shetima during the war, the Biafra war. Each time I think of his name, I always remember that gun. What I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that they can threaten us all they want. We are not going to give up. Biafra, they know that. Biafra is something that has come to stay and will stay with us regardless of how much they try to dislodge what we are doing. We are determined to take our land. We are determined to stay in our land, not to take our land. We are not taking our land from anywhere. We're just taking control of our property, our land, where we belong, where we were born. We're here. This is where we know. We don't know any other place. So we can be citizens of other countries by naturalization and things like that. But you know something? We have a home. What we call the home is Biafra land. Biafra land is our home, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of the threat, whatever is happening, we will excel in the end. You know, yesterday somebody called me and they were talking about this issue that is going on. And it's like there's war beginning, and I said, listen, I don't think there's going to be anything. This is just a tiny invasion that these white people, you know, when they look at themselves and they think that there are too many, they want to kill themselves a little bit, they start killing themselves. But our own is Biafra. That's what we're going to get. We don't belong to them. They are, I wouldn't say they are human beings like us, but at least we come from a different continent. So they are doing their thing. We are here saying they should leave us alone. For those of them thinking that they can come, the Fulani that think they can come from anywhere to come and take over our land, they are joking. They are joking. They are jokers, and they are not going to succeed, and they know it. So we are here trying to make them understand that Biafra is our quest. There's a plan. Islamic plan has been on for years, but today they are dwindling. Like I said, there's a letter that they wrote. I couldn't find that letter this time because somebody sent it to me, actually misplaced it. A kind of Islamic organization that is telling the Nigerian people that they should make sure, they should ensure that whoever is the president, whether it's from PDP or APC or whatever party, is a Muslim. So we want to see the movement. Just watch the movement. Let me preempt them. All the Igbo, the Fulefus that want to be president, all of them are going to start turbaning their head. They will tie turban on their head. Just watch. It's going to have, all Jews Okal had done a long time ago anyway, in preparation for this. So now that they are saying Dave Umahi will know, oh yes, his own turban is like bed sheets. You know, all of them will wrap bed sheets on their head because they want to be president of the zoo. They can want to be president, is their right. But the truth, what we are saying is that you can be president, go to the zoo and become their president. Biafra, we have got our leader. His name is MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Whenever we get Biafra, according to him, I am quoting him here and here, he's not willing to become the president. No. So we will pick who will be our president, or you will pick, because those of us, like I said before, most of us that are doing this job, you will stop hearing from us as soon as they declare Biafra. Believe me sincerely, you won't. So you can be able to sit down and level your head and decide on who's going to be your president. But now that they say that somebody who is a Muslim must be the next president of Nigeria, all the Fulefus are going to start turning their head, you know, to decide on where they will go and get the turban tied around their heads because they're so desperate to become the president of the zoo. I don't know, because when you look at these things, you ask yourself sometimes, are these people, are they really part of us? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? All right. Now I have an announcement here to make, and I hope this announcement is not too late or it's past, but let's listen to it.
Hashtag free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Hashtag Biafra referendum. Hashtag free Biafra. Hashtag free Ambazonia. IPOB in Western Cape. Massive, explosive, mega protest. Hashtag free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. The IPOB in Western Cape, South Africa will be having a massive, explosive, mega explosive protest, which will be taking place on Thursday, the 24th day of February 2022. This massive explosive protest will be taking place at the Parliament and British Council.
All right, I think that was for yesterday. That's exactly what I was saying, because I got the information. I think I had heard this information on my program before, but unfortunately they came in without a date on it. So that would tell me exactly which is what. But I think yesterday it happened yesterday, and they said the 24th. And today happened to be the 25th of February, which means it was yesterday. How did it go? Those who were there, they can call in and let us know what happened in South Africa, Cape Town, and that's where they had this rally. And it's a good thing that I caught that, because I was trying to, didn't preview to know exactly what date it happened, but I know that I had announced this. It had been here before, and probably I just saw it this morning. I said, I hope it hasn't passed, because even before I started airing it, I said it, that I'm not sure of the date. Unfortunately for me, unfortunately or no, unfortunately, I don't know either way. Yesterday it happened, and for those who were there, please call in and let us know what happened. The number here is 646-920-4541. 845-344-798-4-929-406-9953. When the lines are open, the lines are not yet open for you. All right, and I got this one somewhere in the part of Biafra land on the other side, and our coastal friends. There's an invasion there that somebody sent me the clip, and I need to talk about it a little bit. I didn't follow it to the end, but I think it's a video clip with the Fulanis killing our people over there, attacking them, and like I said before, I do not know how else to announce it. If you can sit down there and these people will invade your home and take your family and kill your family and take you and still kill you, there is something they call self-defense. You're not defending yourself to be alive, but you're defending yourself because you want to make a statement. You want to say that, come if you order. You have to be able. I'm not saying that you guys are not courageous enough. No, you are. You are, but you see something, when you are desperate, when you're struggling to be alive, every single thing you have is a weapon. Even if you bite the person and you keep your teeth there and don't remove it, because you're dying already anyway. So we can do that. They come into your knock on your door, there's hot oil boiling, just wait. The first person that comes in, slam it on the person's face, because you know what? It's still going to kill you. When you create a little distraction, you might even have time to escape. But when you stay there with your head bent and your hands folded, they'll take you and do to you whatever they want to do to you. Sometimes a little being brave a little bit means quite a lot. You know, you can play on the emotions of the person that is taking you, yes. But these people are not coming there because they love you. They're coming to kill you. And you know that this might be your end. Just say your little prayer and try to defend yourself. It is allowed. And believe me sincerely, Chukwu Okike will allow you and give you the courage to be able to escape your predicament. But if you sit down there and fold your hand, regardless, they're still going to kill you, because that's what they come there to do, and that's what they keep doing. So what we are saying in a nutshell is that these things are happening. They are not, it's not something that we didn't expect. Our leader have said it over and over and over in many years, that this is what's going to behold us, and we see it coming. It's going to happen. That is, there are no two ways about it. So we have been warned beforehand. And for those of us who are still there, you know, running around and thinking that it's a joke, well, it is not a joke. It is not a joke, because they are not joking. They are there. Their job is, they want to Islamize and take over your nation by all means. And for them, they're playing for time. They know it's not going to work, that Nigeria can never be the same anymore. They know that in their conscience. But you know something? Like desperate people, they are still struggling to see if it will work out for them. But it will never. It will never. All we know is that Biafra is here to stay. It's a continuous movement. It's a quest. It's something that is going to last and last until Biafra is achieved. It does not matter how long it takes. Nobody's going to give it up. If they think that it's a one-time thing, there are people somebody who were talking yesterday, said, nah, Biafra, I said, when is it going to come? I said, if you put a timeline on when Biafra will come, then you're not honest to yourself. It's freedom we're talking about. Freedom has no time bound. Which time in your life do you ever say you are free anyway? Whoever comes in and say, I have gotten enough, I'm free now, I am happy, I'm free, yeah, you're not. Nobody says that, those kind of things. What happens is that you keep struggling until probably the last day, the day the creator of the universe says it's your time to go. You go. Other people will continue. Other little ones that are coming. My second grandson celebrated his birthday, just a day, 1 year old, and it continues. He was dressed up in Isiago to tell them that we are coming. Isiago is now becoming a big thing, and to tell you, it's a good thing they told us that our Isiago is a threat to them. So that means we're going to wear them more. You know, my Jewish brothers walk around, they have their little tiny cap on their head. They call it, I think, Yamal-402, that's what they call it. You don't stop them from wearing it. That's their identity. That's what they are known to. Whether you like it or you don't like it, they don't go anywhere and take it off their head. No. Mano. In the court, they are wearing it. Anywhere they go, that thing is there. So if Fulani thinks that they can scare us away from our Isiago, our identity, they're wasting their time. Very soon, that Isiago is going to become the school uniform for the kids in school. Oh, yes. So if they want to hang, they should hang themselves somewhere and deceive and stop fooling themselves, because if they think that they can stop us from what we are doing.
Nzobuku, so-called Nzobuku, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you have the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa are doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed, restructuring. That's something now you're asking for, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent. Wales, the same thing. Everybody is free. But Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos, to, after having signed the agreement, that same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept him alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to go on to ask him, why did he say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, that have come, and this time with a wealth that you cannot even begin to imagine. And Biafra must come. It must come. Two things are bothering the zoo right now. You know, when God wants to destroy a nation, it comes in many ways. One, Buhari is dead. They brought him a fake. It is now dawning on the people very slowly that there is no more Buhari. People are now beginning to realize it. What I find astonishing are people that they claim are stakeholders in the zoo, those who should know better, those who should be, should I say, lead this very campaign to uncover the truth. They're all running away, they're all hiding. Do you know why they're hiding? Because the people talking about a late dead Buhari are those that oil and gas comes from their region. And they all think that they need oil and gas to survive. That is why they're all quiet. If not that Dino Malawi came out a few days ago, of course Obasanjo said it, even Aisha Buhari said it, and the husband is dead. They all pretended as if they didn't know. And when Buhari is dead. And when that very issue erupts the way and manner it would later on in the coming weeks and months, the zoo cannot contain the fallout. That is number one. Number two is that everybody keeps talking about there seems to be no government, there is no direction because Buhari is not there. That is why you have no direction. That is why the country seems to be drifting. That is why there is no sense of purpose. No cohesion, because there is no Buhari. So what you have are competing interests and ideas from the Fulani cabal that is ruling the zoo, ruling all of you. You know that everybody is not Buhari, everybody knows that. How many Buharis are you going to have before you begin to reason and begin to think? When I said they say it was conspiracy theory, and I said with time, today people are coming out to confirm what we have always known. What we have always known, that Buhari is dead. That is why we have what is called a drift in the government. That is why there is no clear focus, there is no clear-cut direction, not at all. If not, I talked about Aisha Buhari in my last broadcast, I wouldn't have brought her out today to speak. And she only issued a statement. Nobody saw her. She's in Dubai having fun with her boyfriend, your first lady. And I asked them, in whose reign or regime in Nigeria or anywhere else in the world do you have a first lady missing in office?
All right, this is Radio Biafra. You see, every day you listen to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, you sound like you just born again. I'm telling you, feel fresh. Because these are things that he said a long time ago. I'm just repeating it. It's just playing back. He's not saying it today. But because of the truthness in what he's saying, the facts in what he's saying, when he says it, it looks like it was said today. Because the event, this they call the truth, is something that does not get old. The truth never changes. You can change and run around it and try to lie, to cover it, try to paint it, to twist it, to suit you, but you know, it remains there perpetually as the truth. Nigeria has no president, and they know that. But for one reason or the other, I cannot understand it. How the likes of Obasanjo, number one, Osibanjo, number two, will sit down because number one, Osibanjo, I can excuse him because this is somebody who was lavishing as a pastor, looking, depending on tithes and things like that. And all of a sudden, God answered his prayer, and he goes in there and becomes the vice president. And he was ready to serve even a Nama as his boss. He's aware and very much aware that the man that they swore him in office with is not the man there. But so, do I have to go back to this poverty? If he goes back home, the wife will say, Otio, stop this nonsense. I beg, remain there. Just serve, just stay there. Couple of years, we'll make our box and then we'll get out. Because we came out of poverty depending on tithe. So now that the free money that is coming from nowhere that we can have control of. But Obasanjo, in his case, I don't really know what is going on. It baffles me because the likes of Obasanjo, no matter how much God loves you, you're not going to make another 10, 15, or 20 years. No. Even if you make, in fact, if you make the next 5 years, you'll probably be a vegetable. Not be able to coordinate but God gave you the chance at your age to still remember, to still be able to talk and people listen. And you are there, see what is happening in Nigeria, see the way children are dying, people are being killed left, right, and center. And you know very well, there's no being diplomatic or trying to speak in parables about this issue. If the likes of Obasanjo gets up tomorrow, calls a whole world press conference and say, let me tell you something. We don't have a president, the man there is not Buhari, which you know he's not. What are you defending? The more you defend this, the more people die. The more people get killed. Every single day they are killing them left, right, and center. And you stay there and tell me you are a patriot, you're trying to, what are you really hiding? What is it that you cannot open up and speak to the world? Just one sentence. I am calling this press conference today because I am tired of what is happening in my country. This is what is happening. Forget, even if you say it today, Obasanjo, and you die tomorrow, you will go, believe me, the angels in heaven will take you along. But the way you are now, God is giving you a chance to wake up. God is giving you the chance to come and mend what you... First of all, you were in the Biafran war, you know how many children you killed, how many people you starved to death. For this same one Nigeria that is today sharing you, do you think it's by mistake that you are alive? No. God is giving you the chance. God is giving you the chance to repent. When they say repent, you can't repent when you get in the grave. Because when you go to the other side, the Satan is waiting, and they are the ones that are making you not talk. The Satan is blocking you. So please don't say it. If you say Nigeria is going to disintegrate, Nigeria has already disintegrated. That is why I said you have a chance at your age to go out there, call the World Press Conference, Olusegun Obasanjo, and tell the world the truth, what you know, because you are not speaking the truth. You are hiding the truth. You are hiding the truth so much, I don't know how you sleep at night and wake up in the morning. I'm making this address to you, not as any other thing, but as at least an elder. You have enjoyed yourself. You have lived in this government. In the past government, how many times were you president? What else do you really want? God has given you all that you need to go to heaven. But I know Lucifer is there working very hard to get into you and make sure you don't speak the truth. And this is not a press conference that's going to last forever. 15 minutes of it. Tell them, you know something? I was the past president and I've seen things, and I'm so sorry for our countrymen that every day they go to the Senate, they talk about security. Obasanjo, you can end this insecurity by telling the truth. You, the so-called senators, I don't even count on you guys, because you people have not even, you are still there because of whatever you're going to be given. You're not representing anybody. You're just there for yourself. But I'm talking about people like the Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo is not ready. He's not going out there to be re-elected as president. No. He has achieved everything. What you have not achieved, Obasanjo, is the truth. You have not achieved the power to speak the truth. Satan is still in control of you very, very much. Lucifer is there, but you know something? When he gives you with the right hand, he's going to take it with the left hand. He's blocking you, but the day you get on your grave, the day they say dust to dust, your spirit will not rest. It will go to the other side, and then you see the actual suffering. You have a chance today to come up and speak the truth, because Nnamdi Kanu has said it long time ago. This man died in 2017. He said the truth, and his mind is free, his heart is free, because onye kwu eziokwu okwuruku ute, that's ukwu ya akwuru ọtọ. Go out there, Obasanjo, call Nigerians and tell them the truth. Tell the world, not even Nigerians. I don't talk about Nigerians. Nigerians know the truth already, but they're so afraid to talk. Some of them are young people. Some of them are people who just started a career. They're afraid, oh, if I say this now, if I'm a journalist, I just write this, I'm going to be in trouble. Obasanjo, you cannot be in trouble. What trouble? What other trouble can they give you? You have been to prison before, so prison is not new to you. Are they threatening you with killing? You are a soldier, a brave general that came out of the war. What haven't you seen? You think that your life couldn't have been stuffed off if your creator didn't wanted you to die? Of course, there were opportunities. You were in the war. You know how many millions of people that died during that war, but you survived. You came out one time president, they made you president. The second time you came in, and you still there hiding your face in shame. Please help yourself. Take yourself out of this hell that you're going to, because that's exactly where you're going to end up if you don't speak. I have the first call coming in this morning. Caller, good morning. Call on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yes, good morning, MAZI PETERS. Thanks for having me. I hope your line is open now, right?
Yes, my line is open. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for having me, and thank you for educating Biafra in your capacity, and thank you for the dedication, MAZI. MAZI, allow me to appreciate Tony who stands strong to defend us so that we may be free. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, His Excellency. I said, may his days belong on this earth. Long live MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live United States of Biafra, long live DOS, and long live ESL. MAZI, my name is MAZI Madabuchi. I'm calling from my location. MAZI, thank you for having me. MAZI, what I want to say, there's an announcement you made just a few minutes ago. MAZI, the protests have taken place yesterday.
Yes, I know. That's why I stopped it. Yeah, continue if you're aware of it.
Yeah. Yes, MAZI is really marvelous. MAZI is unbelievable. It's massive, mega rally. Really mega rally. MAZI, I will send the clip after I finish. I will send it to you. MAZI is unbelievable. Even Abazonia, our brothers from Abazonia, they are among MAZI. It's unbelievable. It's really massive protest, and the message will be delivered. MAZI, I thank South Africa what they be doing. They're doing wonderful, and we continue. They will continue doing us proud, MAZI. And another thing I want to say, MAZI, you mentioned about those that are clamoring to be the zoo president, that they have to tie bandage on their head. MAZI, almost all of them have tied the bandage. Who remains there? Okora Osa is already tied his own bandage. He have his own mark. Is it Ojos Okano? They have tied his own bandage. His mark is the person that just recently is Chibika Amechi, the Minister of Information, Minister of Transport. He have already tied his own bandage. So all of them have already tied their bandage. So they are ready to go. So it's not a new thing. You know, they're all slaves to the Fulani. They're all slaves. Now, Maz, coming to those that our legal team that are rotating to see our leader, Maz, they have denied them again not to see our leader for the second or third time. I don't know what is all this. And they postponed it also to Monday. They said because the man in charge is not available. I said, what is people talking about? The man that know that this is rotating thing, that is supposed to be from this time to this time. This man knows the time and he will not be there. So every day our legal team goes there, they will not allow them to see our leader. And they say Monday. Monday now, I will never know. I believe that Monday, they have to allow them to see our leader. Because this dribble or this thing they are doing, we cannot accept it anymore. This is second or third time. What is all this? What is going on here? Mazi, enough is enough. You know how these people play. They must test the water before they do what they want to do. They have a plan. I will not allow them to carry their plan up. We have to follow them up. And another thing I want to say, Mazi, mention about Ukraine, what is going on in Ukraine. Mazi, I want to tell our people in the Ukraine, IPOB family members, please, please, if you are from Biafra land, go and join IPOB now. Let us know how many you are there in Ukraine. Don't left behind. This is something that would, you believe that you have embassy there. Your embassy did not care for you. Go and be a member of IPOB. Go and identify yourself right now, because this is getting out of hand in Ukraine right now. Please go and identify yourself so that we know how many Biafra, how many IPOBs in Ukraine. This is very, very important. Don't ignore this. Go and identify yourself now. This is the opportunity, because the embassy will not help you. Nobody will help you. If you refuse to do this, you are your own. Anything that happens to you is your own cause. Identify yourself now. So if there's any help that IPOB will render, we will render that help to you. So identify yourself right now. Now, before I drop, you mentioned this madman called Shetima Yerima yapping that we congratulate Russia for attacking Ukraine, that they will do the same in Biafra land. Let him come and do it. It's easy to talk, Maz. It's not easy to do. He can yap. Let him talk. But you see, I don't blame the man, because what he's saying, you see, Shetima Yerim is like this our elder they call Hanez and Dibu. This man, can he say something? This, what is his name again? He cannot say something, but this man can yap. Nobody can challenge him. Maz, I don't blame him. But the time is coming. It's running out. Maz, thank you for having me. God bless you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have a call. Let me take this on straight line. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on straight line. Are you there? All right. The line just went off. I don't know what happened. Like I said before this morning, I spoke about, I sold our ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo to go out there and tell the world the truth, because he's a liar. He's somebody who is keeping quiet. He knows the truth about what is going on. He can end all this problem that we're having by just 15 minutes live broadcast. Tell the world that the man there is not the person that you know. You can't tell me that you do not know. So somebody even tried to give you a lead way, because it was according to you, Obasanjo. You said somebody asked you, somebody was placed in the society, asked you a question. Do you really think that Buhari is dead? And then you answered, how would Buhari die and we don't know? Come on. That is something somebody gave you a lead way. Somebody gave you a way to get away from, because the person that is asking you that knows that he's not alive. But he wanted to give you the opportunity to come out and end that whole thing. But you missed that opportunity by being sarcastic. Please turn down your listening device. Good morning.
Yes, I've done so.
All right, tell us your name and where you're
Sorry, sir. Yeah, I'm Chode. Calling from Umweri.
Welcome to
Mambara province, Biafra land, yeah. And I have to thank you so much for your job. The job you are doing for us.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, keep on keeping on. So, concerning what you said about Shetima, this is Shetima that has been talking about war all the time, war. Did he see war at all? That is Shetima. Did he see war at all? This Shetima supposed to be the person that, if he hear the sound of shelling, he will collapse. That is Shetima. He didn't hear the sound of rocket or this jet plane. How much more shelling? So it's talking about war all the time. War. Shetima, I'm not sure. Shetima knows how to shoot a gun, and all the time he's talking about war. What I can see, Shetima is talking to his age grade with Ojuzo Kano and crew. He's talking about those gullibles. He's not talking about hardcore Biafrans. That's why I can just be there moving his mouth talking about war. He never even see war. When he see war, he will collapse. He will faint. So we are not talking about Rizuma. We are the ones that can be answering him and not DOS. Because I think he's not even in the same line with us. Only that we can tell him about war. Because he didn't see war. He was not even born that time. So how can he talk about war? This is, on a sound note, this is the bet, what I call the bet of the century, a bet of the century. This is the other issue, a bet of the century, a bet between good and evil, a bet between the gullibles and the hardcores, a bet between this is Takia man, like Muhammad, and the major prophet, the one who can see tomorrow, the wise man of the East, our leader. So we are not in the same category with these people at all. They are talking because of the gullibles, the vagabonds here. That is why they can. How can they insult hardcore Biafrans? Where they have this in the world, the inventors, destined inventors, the gurus, the geniuses are here. Certified scientists, natural one, gifted ones are here. How can Shetima or Shetima talk about make his mouth against Biafra? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Because he's not in the same line with us at all. And he can never be. So, coming to the area of the Bosu, Emmanuel Bosu, he played his sleep. Emmanuel Bosu has been warning about this thing we are seeing now, about the Islamization and Islamization. No one cares about it. But it's on the move. Everybody can see it. But the gullibles we have here, because they are brainwashed, they don't know anything concerning it. What they do in 2022, 2023, you don't know where you will stay. Whether your life is guaranteed. For Biafrans, this is a very hot time. See, you talk about Ukraine and Russia. That is what is coming. But in this, we are not talking about the Shetima. But I talk about Afghanistan. What played in Afghanistan? It is very unfair for Goliath, disdaining David, talking nonsense. He doesn't know what is happening, what will come against him. That's how these people, when they are talking about war, the gullibles, they are talking about against the gullibles, the so-called Fulani federal government. Fulani doesn't know anything at all. Even Britain themselves. Britain is the one cooking, is on the cooking, they are the ones that is playing their cards here. Britain has colonized more than 100 countries. How many are there remain now? But they thought that the game about Biafra will stay forever. Britain even knows that this game, this business has expired since 2014. But still, God had blocked, hardened the heart of Britain, Sudanese, and the Hasabo, that he will use what he did to Pharaoh and the Egyptians. That is what God plans for Britain, Sudanese, and Sabo, and they must see it before they believe it.
Yes.
Their mind is blocked. They won't see it, they won't believe it now. Nobody can stop them. But we must defend ourselves. We must defend our land and our rights. That's what God has given to us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Keep on keeping on.
Thank you, sir. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls. 64692045541 845-344-7984 929-406-9955. 4553. I have a call coming in on straight line. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
MAZI, good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, brother. MAZI, I appreciate you for a good job. May God guide and protect you.
There we
I commit our leader into the hands of our ancestors. May them protect him wherever they are. Biafra over the whole world, I appreciate you. MAZI is a brother of the calling from UK. MAZI, there's something that makes me to call. I want Biafra to underline the word that what our moderator read about Yerima Shetima. Underline it. He said they will unite with Islam, and they will unite with Islam. Underline it. And then invaders. Now, you remember when MAZI was telling us that these are their foot soldiers. They are training them. MAZI, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yes, this, when Bosu was saying, there's something Bosu said that don't look at Boko Haram and all these terrorists as something only in the north. No. Underline that one. Don't look at Boko Haram and all these terrorists that's something for only the north. No. That is why you see Yerima Shetima said they will unite with Islam. Who is fooling who? I know, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu know that these are their foot soldiers. You know. And they not know that they are training these guys for something. That is why the dead Buhari, when he was alive, he said an attack to Boko Haram is an attack to the north. But the same, MAZI and MAZI Nnamdi Kanu saw a change, went to America and tell our people exactly what is going to happen. They mock at him. They cajoled him. Today, what is happening? Okay, Yerima Shetima, unite with the Boko Haram and come to invade us. Unite with them. MAZI, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
All right, thank you so much. There will. All right, I have a call from South Africa, and I need to hear them because of the rally of yesterday. I'm sure that's why they're calling me. So I'm gonna go to South Africa now and hear about what happened yesterday. It's a good thing that he called, and I'll be very glad to talk to him. Caller, are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here. Caller, good morning. Are you there?
Message in.
Oh boy. All right, I'm trying to call him, but it's probably still trying to call me back. All right, call me back. I'll take your call as soon as your call comes in, and I will stop anybody that's talking because I need to know what happened in South Africa yesterday at the rally. The lines are still open: 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. I'll take a call from South Africa as soon as he comes in. So whoever is calling now, caller on straight line, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, MAZI. My name is Simon, and we're calling from America State.
Yes, hold on, Simon. When you are talking, if somebody from South Africa calls me, I have to put you on hold.
Okay, then I'll hold on.
All right, go ahead, sir. No, keep talking. It's not the person is not here.
Okay. In case if you call me, okay, I'll give it a chance. All right. Fellow Biafran, good morning, good evening, no matter your time zone. For people back home, our people, even my own people, we got to our place, burning of houses. People, thank God that people are knowing now that this Ebubago and the Nigerian military working hand in hand. You can see those guys. Some people in our place confirming that the people coming are not our people. So it's good they are knowing now. All close of them, man. With the Nanibu. Their days are not bad. Bringing war, bringing it to our place. Your days are not bad. I don't know after this, your governorship where will be. We are watching you. MAZI, follow up what Yerima Shetima is talking about. The way Russia invade Ukraine is the way they will invade us. We are waiting for them.
All right, go ahead. You still there? Let's see. It looks like the line just cut off. I don't know what happened. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. I am also on Signal. The Signal line is 845-283-9665. Like I was saying, my emphasis this morning is on the fact that Nigeria has no president. The man died, and nobody is talking about it. It looks like the world is silent about it because. But I am calling on the people, the likes of Olusegun Obasanjo. I am putting the whole blame on him because these are people who are in power. What is he afraid of? Somebody asked me, what about, what's his name, Osibanjo? Osibanjo is a pastor that was praying for tithe and holding for tithe, and God gave him a big tithe. The biggest tithe that he got received was to become the vice president, and all of a sudden his boss died, and the people expect him to come out and tell us the truth. No, he will not. Because he has a wife and family, he has mouths to feed. The wife will say, I owe to you. Now stop that nonsense, I beg. We have been praying for this and God has given it to us. So why do we have to go out there and and tell them the truth? Telling them the truth all means that, oh boy, I don't like this call that are coming in. I'm still waiting for the South African call. Somebody's calling me from France, Paris, France. All right, let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Caller on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. He hangs up. The person hang up. All right, like I was saying, you know, okay, let me take this France. I don't know who this person is calling me from France, but I needed to call from South Africa. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Biafra. My name is MAZI. I come from Abeba. Abeba is Umaya province of Biafra land. And this morning, as we discuss about this issue of the Ukraine, and you say it's not a topic. I like it. But at the same time, I want to give something like an advice. If it is possible, let us as Biafrans to avoid this game, because this game they are playing, if we watch very well, the same game when during the Biafran genocide in 60s, when Israel was in the war and the Vietnam was in the war world were focusing two wars around the corner, while Nigerian government with their allies attack Biafra and do many things. Now, another thing have started again. The world are focusing Ukraine, and also they just forgot about issue of Biafra. They've been hearing it, we've been tweeting and sending messages and letters. They seem that they everywhere were silent. Our leader was rendered, and nobody was talking about it. Even the British and even their agents in Nigeria, nobody say anything against it. And I think I'm giving it's not a command, it's not a must. I said, please, all our leaders, please, the DOS, if possible, we need to be neutral in this issue, because this is a game, and we need not to support both Russia or Ukraine, because if you see what is going on in the media, there are some of the pastors in Biafra land, they are supporting and doing all kinds of things that are going on. And at the same time, please, I'm begging, there is one issue that came last time. I wanted to call, but along the line, I did not, our precious brother, they did not pick my phone. But I want to table it in this today. They can hear it, they can treat it. Please, let them call this girl that is from my place, is from Abeba too. This girl that called Mara, and they ask her, the person who sent her the SMS, the phone call, and also the number that were used trying to blackmail the DOS of IPOB. Again, they are trying to use, because when you You are killing all these auto cleaner. They are using another strategy to come again. Please, my advice is let them contact this woman, that's evangelist, and ask her to give them all the phone numbers and SMS voice messages that were sending to her. Let them verify it and analyze it to know where he come from, because those people are using all kinds of strategy in able to blackmail our structure of IPOB. Please, that's only the suggestion I'm giving this afternoon. All right, yes, sir. God bless Biafra worldwide.
All right, God bless you, my brother. Thank you very much. The truth is, in my opinion, these people are not important. Our leader knows, though, that he gave a job to do. No matter how much you try to blackmail them, no matter how much you try to paint them black, somebody assigned this job to them. And whatever that person says, that's what goes. The lawyer has taken his time to come out and debunk what most of them are saying, so that there are people who want to always take our eyes off the ball. You know, when we are playing this soccer, it's like a tennis ball. They want you to stop looking so that they can be very relevant. They are not important. Honestly speaking, they are not important. Our lawyer came out plainly to explain that he is the most trusted person that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, and whatever I tell you is what Nnamdi Kanu have said. It's as simple as ABC. So when we start listening to some of the pastors, they are talking, some will say God told me, the other one will say he dreamt. Well, it's good to dream. I dream too. Sometimes I dream, and my dream, I be dreaming when I'm flying, and normally I can't. Normal person doesn't fly. So when I dream that I'm flying, do I have to come and tell them, last night I had a dream, I flew, or I saw God? God told me. No, God doesn't tell you anything. God doesn't talk to you. God talks to you in the spirit, in your mind. And when he says something to you, believe me sincerely, be so hard, be so dumbfounded that you don't want to talk about it. And most of the time, go and ask any of the prophets, they will tell you that the only time they talk is when God gives them a message. Not go to Maya tomorrow. Okay, so big deal. Because you already plan to go, you sleep with it in your mind, your subconscious mind is there that has already grabbed what you want to do and throws it back at you, and you assume that it's God that is telling you. The DOS is in charge. Short and simple. There is no way you can change it. Our leader, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, before he was renditioned, appointed them. So why do I have to listen to anybody? Even if, no matter the dreaming, well, God dream and dream and dream, fast and dream, and you're wasting your time. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is not dead. He's alive. And he's going to remain alive. So whatever he puts in place stays in place. So people going there to ask who sent a message to you, or who sent the email, or who sent the blog is a distraction. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Even for me, even the DOS, even responding to some of these things, it's a waste of time. We have more thing to do. Like my brother rightly said, Ukraine, when I spoke about it, Ukraine and Russia, over here on this program, I said whatever is expressed here is not the opinion of IPOB. Well, I'm just reading out what somebody, their president, said to the world, and they said, let me read it out, but we don't have any opinion on this. They are killing themselves. After all, our people have been dying too, so that nobody's saying anything. My brother, when you said something about it's something that happened during the last war, of course it did. There were so many wars and people were not focusing on what we're saying. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the creator of the universe, is in charge of what we are doing. And when he's in charge, I don't want to worry myself and blame and start thinking that it's not going the normal way. No, whatever way it's going is the normal way. That is where the person in charge of this whole struggle is directing it, and that's the direction that we are going to take, and it's going to go there regardless of what we think. I have a call. Good morning. Call on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Please turn.
Peter, it's me, Simon again. Sorry, I know I don't remember what to pick. Second thought, but because of this issue of Ukraine you are talking about, it's not our.
No, you know, Simon, you know, I don't take calls twice from the same person. I don't do that. I don't like.
I know.
Yeah, when you call, just allow others to come and say what you want to say. Then,
all right, okay,
please.
Let's by the road, my friend.
All right, so this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Like I was saying, my line of thought was cut off. 646-920-4541, 845-34479, 84929-406-9953. So like I was saying before, Ukraine and Russia is not our problem. It's not our priority. Not that it's not important. It is important because people are dying there. You know, human beings are being killed. But we have more pressing problem. Our problem is our freedom. So Chukwu Okike Abiyama knows what he's doing. He's in charge. We cannot force it. We cannot want it to go our way. That it doesn't go the way you think does not mean that nothing is being done. Believe me, something is more than something that more than you is being done, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Talk about our DOS and the leadership of Biafra, the Biafra movement. IPOB is Chukwu Okike that created this IPOB, and we are here to actualize, to follow and do what he has asked us to do. I have a call, straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
MAZI, PETERS, good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program. Yes, hello.
Hello, sir. Everybody. One tweet yesterday.
Yes.
In everything that happens, there is a lesson to be learned behind it.
That's right.
So if I don't know or come if you are not,
yes.
Or Bullock can get is because if you know Joyful, Joyful. So if you are not, so going forward, either good or bad, you will make the same mistake again. My reason is something that is going on social media, and I've seen that once, for a second time, so I can't go to bed without sharing it with our brothers and sisters to make sure that all of them are on alert.
Yes.
So there is this code, if you have a pen, only this code is star, pound, of some people in our way ash.
Okay.
62 pound.
Okay.
That is also called ash. And then another second one will be pound, 002 pound. The first one will be star, pound, 62 pound. This person is encouraging people to put that on their phone. That they will be able to stop people monitoring them. And then that second code, that below pound, 002 pound, meaning they confirm if they are being tracked. But this is from the Zoological Republic of living hell of that Zoological Republic, wanting to continue to kill our children, our fathers, our husbands, sisters, and everything. It's in your phone now, if you're hearing my voice, if you put this number on your phone, your call will be forwarded to some number. And it's in that second code, the pound, 002 pound, it will confirm that your phone has been forwarded to that number. So everything you make, whoever needs alert to notice this, everything you're talking about, wherever you are, they will know what you're talking about and where you are. Obviously, I'm be to so help me and circulate it. I also look in DSF in Nigeria. The final lecture about Balamina Fire, Natural Channel Belisifa, name of family.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dalo, oh my sister. Thank you so much. You know, I think I'm aware of this that she just called to tell. A long time ago, I remember one time our leader was saying something about phone hacking and things like that. This information came up, but I didn't really investigate it to see what it's all about. But our sister has explained it very well. It says it's pound 62 pound. That means they will tell you that if you put this 62 pound on your phone, that nobody will know if your phone is being hacked. And then to stop people from hacking your phone, then you get pound 002 pound. That is to confirm that your number has been included. You don't do this. Our sister has probably found out that this is a scam. This is a way that the people in the zoo, the so-called cheap DSS, trying to find out, trying to be scientific now. They're trying to use the hacking system. So bear this in mind, please. It's very important. Don't even go there. The certificate is a pound 62 pound. Pound. That is the hash 62 hash. Then pound 002 pound. When I say pound, I'm talking the same thing with the hash. That just the hash is signal that you have two straight lines with a cut at the middle. So make sure that you don't go into this and control your phones, because they are using this as a way to track you, as a way to get rid of you, which is what they actually want to do. They're trying to make sure that we don't exist. But you know something? They are wasting their time, because we know. I'm still calling Olusegun Obasanjo, the former ex-president of the zoo, to wake up, call a press conference in the world and tell the world about what he knows about that thing called Buhari. That government is not there. Buhari is dead. He died long time ago. Do this and save the lives of people, because the day you announce this, the world is going to say yes. And then something will start happening. Don't sit down there and say because it's Nnamdi Kanu that said it. Unfortunately, he was given the gift to say things the way they are. We all don't have that gift. And when somebody has something that we don't have, what do? We respect it. We don't get jealous, because if I don't like what you have, if I'm jealous of what you have, then I will never have. Honestly, if you are somebody who is very gifted, you have a special talent, and I like what you have, and I praise God for what you have, God will give me the same thing that you have. But the moment I start being very jealous, thinking about you, not going to bed, sleeping, and wishing, I hope he's too proud. Look at the way he is. He's given this, he's given that. Then you are running away. That thing that you don't like, because you don't like what he has, will never come to you. And like attracts like, isn't that what they say? Science here and there. So whatever you like is what comes to you. You cannot get what you don't like, honestly speaking. I have a call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. Good evening from here. My name is Obi. I'm calling from Malaysia.
Welcome to the program.
Okay, please, I want to touch on what a brother also talked before. Our leader used to tell us that we must be vigilant. To me, with what that Yerima Shetima said, we have to understand that these people, they are already getting prepared to come, just like the previous brother said. When things are happening in the world, they want to use that opportunity to also invade, so that it will be like they are suppressing our voice. So let us really, our people, we need to be vigilant. Yeah. That is what I want to suggest, because actually for him to make this statement now means that they are preparing. They are preparing. Yeah. They are really preparing, and we need to be vigilant. This time, they cannot do us anything. They seems to fought before, because they gain help from the Britain, but it's not in this century again. It will not repeat itself. Please, I beg, I plead, and say, let our people be really on alert. Yes. We are fully ready, and we know that if they come, and we will not wait for them to invade us. Our leader used to say that we must attack them. They are not going to bring the war to our land. We will take it to them. Right. Please, let us really work on it. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your advice. You're very welcomed. There's no doubt about it. The only thing that Shetima does not really understand is that you're not talking to children. This generation is different. I was in the first generation that fought the war. We were in our homes, you brought it to us, but today we are everywhere. In your backyard. Shetima doesn't know we are living with him. Let him bring it down. You are going to invade. Invade where? You're going to invade where? Biafra land. When Biafrans are living in your backyard, who do you think you are? Bring it down. Bring it down. Start it, not just talking. When you run your mouth, people are giving him relevance. Like I said before, I sometimes I try to avoid certain things, but you know, as a human being, I go to address them. They're like this one. You want to invade Biafra land. You want to come to attack IPOB. Please do so. Don't sing it as a song. A thief just come like a thief in the night, because we are prepared. We are not going to give up our land. We are not going to give up our land. The only thing you have to understand, Shetima, Yerima, whatever you call yourself, is that any territory that we win out of war, we're not going to give it up. We are not. If you force us to come to Abuja, to take some part of Abuja, we are not going to give it up at the end of the war, because like our leader just said, if you come a point, they will say, okay, everybody stay where you are. Stop all aggressions. Remain where you are. So wherever we are, if we are in your backyard, in wherever you live in Kaduna, we are going to own that place forever and ever and ever. There's nothing you're going to do about it. Right now, we are saying, leave our land, leave us to stay in our homes. That's where we belong. Our home is our home. We do not want to take your land. But if you think that it's foolish and so stupid as to drag us to your place to come and fight, and you think we'll finish, we're going to go away, no. We're going to have a territory of Biafra in Kaduna. We're not looking for that now, but if you force us to come there and fight, we're not going to lose our lives and everything and then go away from there. The same thing that's happening to our brother, our cousins. And they created their small, tiny Israel. They gave them their small state. You guys think that because they are there, you can now run over them. You went over there in how many days war? You lost Jerusalem. That's the way it's going to happen. And they're not going to go away from there. That is their land. That has been their father's land. It's the same thing with us. You can think you can come and threaten us. You are going to invade us. Come, bring it down. Bring it down. But come and do it and let us see, not just talking about it.
The MP, Harriet Hammond, has she not been here to discuss anything? No, she hasn't. She hasn't said a word. Her own constituents have written to her. She doesn't say anything. So what is going on? What is going on? Why has nobody from the Foreign Co-op Office mentioned MAZI Kanu? How can you have a British citizen traveling on a British passport kidnapped in Kenya on June the 19th? He was tortured for 8 days before being extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria. Why was he extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria when he's a British citizen? Has nobody behind these windows asked that question? How can you all remain silent? How can you all pretend that you can't see anything going on? It's all over social media. Catriona Land, the High Commissioner for the UK in Abuja, has done nothing. She gets tagged in every single tweet that tweets about MAZI Kanu and extraordinary rendition. She doesn't reply to anybody. You ask a question, she blocks you. Is that really someone in her position? Is that really something she could be doing? She's done nothing at all. She's a representative of the UK in Nigeria. She represents British citizens in Nigeria. Why is she not representing MAZI Kanu? Why is the total silence? You've got another protest next to us here, a lady called Nazanin. Nobody's helping her either. She's a British citizen. What is going on in this country? The 67 to 70 Biafran war, it wasn't a war. It was a genocide. And the UK was complicit in genocide The UK is complicit in genocide now, today. It's happening again. Yet why do we not hear about it? You go 20 yards away, the BBC cameras are there, the ITV cameras are there. Why does the BBC and ITV not cover Biafra? If what was going on in Nigeria was happening in any other Commonwealth country, it would be all over our news. So why is it not reported? It's not reported because the British government is still looting all the resources in Nigeria. Biafra on its own would be a world leader in any way you can think of, one of the richest countries on earth. But the UK can't let that happen. Because if the UK lets that happen, it has to start paying for the resources, of which all the oil that it gets now is given free. How can you put oil above thousands and thousands of people's lives, slaughtered on a daily basis? Catriona Lang, who works for this office, is fully aware of it. What's her response? Her response is to go on Twitter and start dancing with the Fulani terrorists who are committing these atrocities. How is that right? Ask yourself a question. How can we stay silent when this is happening? You can turn a blind eye. You can remain silent. You can do nothing at all. But don't ever turn around and say you didn't know what was going on, because you know exactly what's going on and you're doing nothing about it. It is absolutely shameful. Boris Johnson, what's he doing? He's doing nothing. Buhari is dead. Buhari died in London in February 2017.
That's right.
He died in London in 2017. So why do you still put this charade out that Buhari's coming to London? Buhari's coming for medical treatment. The man died in 2017.
Yes.
And when that comes out, seriously, the UK will look the biggest fools on earth. The death certificate's there. It's all written.
That's right.
There's proof he died in London. He's buried in Saudi Arabia. And yet you keep that quiet as well. How can you keep quiet that a president of a country died 4 years ago and you're still portraying him coming here for hospital treatment? Is that not a farce?
Cover up.
It's a total cover-up. A total corrupt cover-up by a totally corrupt government. But when Biafra comes, then we will see who laughs. Because it won't be the UK. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra!
Don Prince Victor, Ibowa Mado, Anyadwegun, Biafra Deje, no, Obia, Gije, Freedom, na Udoka Inario, Anyatoni Hippo Barabelu. Aye bunde Biafra, bunde Judo Naga, Akilo Mageju Naga. Oga be kwara inama. Oh Biafra, Biafra Nasako. Oh Madonna. Ibo we Madonna Nasako. Oh Biafra Biafra Nasako. No. Ibo we Madonna Nasako. Meji negu mekine, Tifuna Tiga. Otogoga denema, oyese no tukolokuma. Okwandi solo gilinenuwa, akologo gililata. Oposisi borotolo, enegese kono makwele. Okwanye manono dugo, odoro nebema, okokoko nyaru. Anatuwa yoso, osekwe selikoni, oke chupeno kologo gachi. Dike kani kipu na London, dike kani kipu na Israel. Dike kani kipu na Russia. Dike kani kipu na India. Dike kani kipu na Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu. Dike kani kipu na Biafra. When you will like kisses and you know see Sale, my blood. When you will like get you when you know you pick up your man. When you keep God, what belongs to him, and this is what belongs to him. As we seek for peace and humanity, it's not at all profanity. That I want some people that's killing each other. I want the way my Lord died. Who will be a friend? I'm forgetting the better. I'm forgetting the better. Fellow, let my people go. Yes, we're on a go. Let my people, even when my nana go. They don't love again, I can't go. Yes, we're on a go. Even when my no, even when my nana go. Go to the Lapudene, to the Lapudene. Mananya Puno, the Nenua. I want to know something. Make you not hear me. People don't want to make you not come back home. Make you not come back home. Can you do the no Botanio? Can you do the good potato exporter? No. Can you do the no Botanio? Need to know Botanio. Need to know Botanio. To the Pana Banyo. Ship Napana Banyo. Oh, yeah, the Pana La Banyo. Maya put in a banyo. Any name, or the Pana La Banyo. Nataba no. Can you do say no? Umi will come back. Can you do say no? What's here? What's up? When you're kind, I can't fly you food, but where to go? Jehovah, guess up for Saru Israel, like a pit. Bine, Natalo can run you. Balie, Natalo can run you. Bile, Natalo can run you. Yaparabu can you. Gobudama, Yaparabu can you. Zobu, yes, we're on a tackle. Billy, give me worth and one more. Even when my nana tackle. What do you want the hell of me? I know. Yes, we're on a tackle. I can't walk over the day with the end. Even when my nana tackle.
From 7th April 2022, the selling and eating of Nama, also known as cow meat, is forbidden in Biafra land. Be warned. from 7th.
From 7th.
From 7th April 2022.
The selling and eating of nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land. Be warned.
All right. That's a very good warning. April 7th of April. From that day on, anybody really nama, that's your own. It's totally forbidden. Just the way you cannot drink alcohol in the north, alcohol business is banned there. So we're also banning the cow nama business, not cow meat. Nama business, we have a Igbo, we have goat meat, Igbo goat, not be Ewu Hausa. And actually, Ewu Hausa na bani. That's the point. It's our land. We say what happens if they can ban us from drinking alcohol in their place, and we abide by it. There is no reason why we cannot do the same thing in our home. Yeah, they throw the first punches. We are only there to defend ourselves. If you land the first punch, we are not going to sit down there and watch. We're going to throw back the punch, and that's exactly the way it is. This is Radio Biafra. This morning we spoke a lot of things about, like I said before, Ukraine and Russia, whatever they are doing over there. Not that because we're insensitive to it. No, we are not taking part in anything. We're not discussing it because of our own problem. Our problem is our freedom. That's what we are questing for, and that's what we are going to get, regardless of what they say. The so-called threat by Yetima Sherima that they are coming to invade. I don't know what they mean by invade, because when you say you are invading, if you leave your home and come to our land to invade, we are living in your backyard. We think we are going to keep quiet. Of course, it's not going to happen. That thing, you know, you're talking about war all the time. That's what we know him for. But that's now what a grandma now war. The war is not something that you want to see, because what you are looking for, when you see it, I hope you will stand. You will not be able to stand it. It's not just making the noise and bluffing with the name of a dead man. The Buhari is dead. You don't have any president. And the people of Nigeria, they are not asking questions. How come with all these charges that they're looking for charges to press against MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, they are trying to avoid that particular line where he said that the man is dead. They don't want to put it in the charge, because putting it in the charge means you have to prove that the man is alive, and that will expose them. No, they try to avoid it. They try to say all kinds of things. They're in fact looking for charges. They don't even see what charge to place. But that particular singular charge, at least if nothing else, it's a seditionist. You're insulting the man. You said he's dead. You've told the whole world that the man is dead. The man will come out and say, look at me. I'm not dead. I'm alive. Like Obasanjo did. He said, they can't pay when they said he was dead. And coming to Obasanjo again, I said it today, and I'm saying tomorrow, and I will say it every other day in my life, that he is part of this problem. He is, in fact, he's the principal person in this whole problem. He is very much aware that the man they call Muhammad Buhari is not Buhari. Obasanjo is aware, no matter how he tries to diplomatically dodge it. I don't know what he's afraid of. At a certain age in your life, Obasanjo should be like 79 years old, if not by 80s, official age. Hasn't he lived long enough to realize that God has given him grace? You know, there's a certain time you live in your life and you start thinking about your friends, people that run around with you. You discover that most of them are passed on, and you're still here healthy and talking. Why won't you be grateful to God? Because God is giving you a chance to change. He's giving you a chance to make the truth, to speak up the truth and say what is right. When I speak, some people say, what about Sibanjo, who is the vice president? Well, Sibanjo's case, I understand. Not that I understand, but at least it's more excusable, because with him, he is the vice president. He knows that the man that is working with there is not his boss. That's not the man that was sworn in with him. He's very much aware of that, 100% sure. But what can he do? One, he has not stolen enough money, so he doesn't want to lose that office, hoping that one day somebody will crack this thing and then he'll become president. I don't want it to be that they say, oh, he is saying this because he wants to be the president. No, he's not the one that said it. Somebody else said it. But how does he sleep at night with the Bible in his head? Because he says he's supposed to be a pastor. So he knows the Bible. He's a man of God, a man of God. The common name that they like to answer. You know, answering that name for them, it's something that is very honorable. But the point is that none of them ever leaves anywhere close to what they claim to be. Honorably, you can resign, throw in and say, you know, for my health purposes, I'm not going to be doing this job anymore. I'm going for medical treatment. Just go out there and they'll put somebody else. And by the time you get back, you say, I'm too sick to be in office. You go and steal the money where you don't thief. You go chop them peacefully. But today, you are not in, you are not out. You are not, your leg is not there. You are not out here. Because you want to remain in office perpetually. You want to remain there because you are afraid. You don't know what might happen. I don't blame you, Osibanjo, as much as I blame the Olusegun Obasanjo, because Obasanjo can end this crisis in Nigeria in just a world conference that might not last for 15 minutes. Tell them there. Tell the British people, call all of them. Say, listen, this thing that you created, I have suffered for it. I have been in the war. God is keeping me alive. Today, I'm going to tell you the truth. The man there is not Buhari. He died in your country. And you decided to lie to the world. Even the Queen Elizabeth herself. She's been in her 90s today. She signed a condolence. And they told her, no, don't. We're going to switch. And they brought in somebody else to become Buhari. Nigerians are watching every evidence. The first visit they went to see him, he was sitting down there. He was not talking to anybody because he was studying the people. He doesn't know who they are because that is not Buhari. Now they left, they came back. Oh, the rats and cockroaches pursue him. He cannot enter his office because the biometrics did not work because that is not Buhari. It took them many months to open up. The wife is making a statement indirectly. My husband's office has been taken over. Where are the men? Nobody read the meaning into it. Much later, she comes, oh, I'm going to build a university in memory of my husband. Nobody read the meaning into it. In memory, you don't build memory in memory of people who are alive. Recently, I heard them saying something about the second Niger Bridge. It's going to be in the memory of Muhammad Buhari. It's going to be named Buhari Bridge. And the man is still alive. Nnamdi Azikiwe doesn't know he has an airport. He died long before the airport was even named after him. So Nigerians should wake up. We as the ones killing ourselves suffering. I know, like I said, people who are in the helm of affairs that are supposed to speak the truth, they are not saying anything. That is why it is difficult. That is why we see that this thing is going to remain like this perpetually until somebody wakes up one day to say, enough is enough. This is the truth. Because Fulani, there's a Fulanization policy that has been going on. This is taking so many years. But you know, like I said before, if you're an old person, you have made a mistake, just find something. I'll tell you a little story before I go. My time is up. There's a little girl that the mother passed on, and the father married a new wife who was not very good in keeping herself to her husband. She always had a boyfriend that will come to the house when the father is not there. And this little girl was about 7 years old, or 7 or 8 years old, was looking for a way to tell the father that there's a man that comes here to sleep with mommy when you go to work. And it was difficult for her. She didn't know how to start the story. So one day the father came back, the father was eating. And then the little girl was sitting next to the father. And all of a sudden the girl said, it is Kwanamanya Hozo. The father looked at her and said, what is wrong with you, Obanje? The man continued eating. And the girl said, it's our Kwanamu. The father said, what is the problem? Are you all right? Is he from Wokano Nuburu Bedi? Na Romanya? He was trying to tell the father that the mothers, because the father came back suddenly and the man went to the bed to hide. So Obasanjo, you had the option. Somebody asked you, is it true that that Buhari is dead? That's an opportunity for you to say, you know something, that man is dead. Come out and say it to the world. All you said was, can you tell us that Buhari died and we don't know? You have lost that opportunity, and I don't think if it's going to ever come back to you. So what you need to do is tell the world the truth so that the world will move on. Nigeria is not going to go anywhere until the truth is revealed. This is Radio Biafra. We're going to be air this time. Tomorrow is another day. And as we speak, I still have to remind you that Biafra is our religion. And Radio Biafra, that's where we worship. Stay tuned, please. Don't go away. All the lines have been shut down. Somebody's still trying to call because you're not paying attention. You're not listening to the radio. However, tomorrow is another day. We'll be again together, God's willing. MAZI Alozie is next. USA 1 is coming in. From me, don't forget that. Radio Biafra, that's what we worship.
Radio Biafra is where we worship. As a Chukukike Abiyama, let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship. As a Chukukiki Abiyama, let your kingdom come. Lord, save a nation from the evil Britain. There will be sing and dance for the world to know you are our God. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship. As a Chukukike Abiyama, let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship. As a Chukukike.
My name is Colonel Emmanuel Mwobosi. I am 80 years old. I am too old to lie. I am not afraid to die. So I will tell you why we had to try. I am the last of the original coup planners of January 15th, 1966, with Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu. I was close to Juku. I served him in Biafra and after Biafra. We discussed everything. If the British had ensured free and fair elections in northern Nigeria in the 1950s, there would have been no repression led by Ahmadu Bello, the MPC and MS, who intimidated or even imprisoned NEPU candidates. Aminu Kano, leader of NEPU, a progressive who was loved by the Talakawa, the masses, could have become premier of northern Nigeria. If Aminu Kano was premier, there would have been no Tiv riots, no Yoruba repression, no Awolowo imprisonment, no Akintola sabotage, no jihad, no 1966 coups, no Igbo pogrom, no 3 million dead. Please understand that all this happened because Ahmadu Bello became premier and wanted to continue the jihad of his ancestor, Usman Dan Fodio. He had a master plan, which they still pursued even after his death. People think that we could have stopped the Biafra genocide but nothing could have stopped it. Not the Aburi Conference, not confederation, not secession. Whatever solution we brought, they will find a way to twist it and pretend it was our fault. They called our coup an Igbo coup to justify the attack. They wanted vengeance. They had killed most of us coup planners. They had killed hundreds of Igbo military officers to prevent us from fighting back. They had slaughtered over 30,000 innocent Igbos and Easterners in the north and other parts of Nigeria, but it was not enough. Ojukwu called all the chiefs and elders of the Eastern region, and we declared Biafra on 30th of May 1967 in the hope that they would leave us alone. At 5 a.m. on 6th July 1967, they fired the first shot at Gakem.
Okay, everybody on your feet up. Let's go.
We had no weapons. Britain armed the Nigerians fully. They captured the oil fields of Biafra, but it was not enough. They began a blood response. Britain armed the Nigerians fully. They captured the oil fields of Biafra, but it was not enough. They began a blood response. Britain armed the Nigerians fully. They captured the oil fields of Biafra, but it was not enough. They began a blood Britain armed the Nigerians fully. They captured the oil fields of Biafra, but it was not enough. They began a blood Britain armed the Nigerians fully. They captured the oil fields of Biafra, but it was not enough. They began a blood
The man with the lion voice, the man with the thunder voice. When he speaks, the enemies will panic and take cover. Nigeria,